The family of slain Bafana Bafana star Senzo Meyiwa has lashed out at the National Prosecuting Authority for not delivering justice. It says it's thinking of approaching AfriForum to take up the matter. Meyiwa was killed in what seemed to have been a robbery 5 years ago in Vosloorus at the home of his girlfriend Kelly Khumalo. Meyiwa's brother and cousin briefed the media this morning. They say they don't understand why the NPA can't prosecute when police have finished their investigations. Well, to discuss, we're now joined by spokesperson for the Prosecuting Authority, Bulelwa Makeke. Bulelwa, thank you for joining us. Why hasn't the NPA acted on this?
Good afternoon. As you would know, the issue of investigation is the responsibility of police. Currently, the investigations are not finalized, so the NPA cannot prosecute a case where the investigations are not finalized.
Okay, so that sounds very simple. Why was the family then saying police are not the problem? They have finished their investigation. There were even timelines. The family said it was informed the investigation was complete in February and that a prosecutor had been assigned in May. Is that not true? Prosecutors are assigned to cases as soon as they're actually brought to the NPA. So the issue of the allocation of a prosecutor is not really an issue. The issue is the matter is not finally investigated, and the docket is with the police as things stand now. In July, Police Minister Bekile said there was progress in the case. He had also spoken to the head of the NPA, Shamila Batoyi. Why would that happen if there wasn't any sort of case to pursue?
Well, the investigation is ongoing. It is not finalized.
All right. Right now, does the NPA have any idea who the killers could be? Are you saying the killers are not known?
I don't think that's for me to say now, and that's not for the NPA to say at this point, because when the investigation are finalized, the NPA would be able to put that to court. Yeah. So it's really not for the NPA to say now that the investigation, the docket is with the police. The investigation is not finalized.
Well, Bulelwa, I hear what you're saying, but we also heard from Meyiwa's cousin today that they were hearing information from the NPA, not from police. He said the family was told by the Gauteng Director of Public Prosecutions that there's a slim chance that an intruder came in and committed this murder. That leaves suspects in the house. So that sounds again like the NPA were heavily involved in this matter.
Well, the NPA receives a docket from the NPA, from the police. So the information would be from what they receive from the police. Yeah. But maybe it's difficult to get into the detail on the merits of what is in the docket, except to say once the investigation is fully is fully done, then the prosecution is able to take the matter to court if there's evidence.
All right, so you can't give us information on who the suspects are, if it's still seen as a robbery or if they were in the house?
No, madam, this is absolutely not a prosecution issue. So these are questions that need to be put to SABC, to the police.
Are you concerned then about what the family is saying, that the NPA is basically useless and they're going to go to AfriForum? Are you going to try and speak to them at all?
As the family confirmed this morning, they actually spoke to the National Director this morning. And the National Director actually conveyed this as well, that the matter is with the police. And where the family seems to believe that there is any kind of interference, as they have indicated, from the prosecution side, which is the reason why they are not taking the matter forward. That is contrary to the information that has been given to the National Director from the Office of the BPP. However, the National Director many times indicated to the family that if they know of if they have detail to support what they are believing in terms of where the delay is from the prosecution side, they must please bring it forward, because then it could be that the report that she's getting from the DPP office is different from what is actually happening on the ground. But on the basis of what the national director has received from the office of the DPP, that is what she is made to believe, that the matter is being investigated and the docket is with the police. So if the family has different information that points to the NPA, to the DPP or the NPA generally being complicit or whatever it is that the NPA is not doing or is doing, which then that must be brought to the attention of the national director. So that's where the matter was in terms of their discussion this morning with their family, because indeed Mr. Mia did put that to the national director, that their family believe that this is with the NPA, but that is contrary to the reports that we received from that office.
All right, so we are left with two different stories. That's fair enough. You've put your side forward. Can we talk about another matter? Yesterday, we ran the story of Matume Dekgale, accused of attempting to murder his own wife. This was in the news earlier because he's now been denied bail, but earlier he was granted bail erroneously. We're now running a story that the docket has gone missing. Can you confirm that?
This is not a different story to what the police have confirmed. The police are actually saying, according to what I have received from the police minister himself, confirming that the investigations are continuing. So it is not a different story from what the prosecution is saying. Yeah.
Are you concerned that the docket has gone missing?
I do not know. That would be something that would have to be confirmed with that jurisdiction's spokesperson. I am not aware of the matter.
Okay, so we have been told the docket...
In which jurisdiction is it?
I don't know. We've been told that the docket has gone missing. That's a story we broke just recently, following on from Griselda Lewis's story yesterday.
Okay, I have no information. I don't know the case you're referring to.
Are you willing to make a general comment? Because how often do dockets go missing? Is this a matter of concern? If court officials can't be trusted, that makes a mockery of the whole prosecutions and justice system.
It's difficult to comment on. Dockets are lost in the system. They could be lost by the police. They could be lost. I do not have details of this particular matter that you raised, and it would not be appropriate for me to actually respond to it without information. I do not even know the case you're referring to, because I am, so unfortunately, I'm not able to respond fully.
Okay, fair enough. Thank you for your time this evening. That was spokesperson for the National Prosecuting Authority, Bulelwa Makeke.